The rise of SWV smash hit Weak to the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1993 marks a pivotal moment in R&B and music history. Written by Brian Alexander Morgan, the song's heartfelt vulnerability and smooth harmonies became a defining moment for black artistry in the mainstream.
We stuck to one main producer, which was Brian Morgan, but we used a lot of no-name people so we can get something different.
Most of the hits, all of the hits except for Downtown, he wrote all of it. He played all the instruments. He did everything.
So you had a guy writing these lyrics.
All guys wrote out.
I'm so into you and Weak.
Yeah.
During the early 90s, R&B ballads by black acts and writers were not just topping charts, they were reshaping the musical landscape, with these songs breaking barriers, redefining the sound of pop music, and showcasing the emotions of black storytelling.
Show your love for SWV. So how y'all been? You start off, you introduce everybody to me.
Hey, I'm Taj. Right here in front of me is Coco, and this is Lily.
Taj, Coco, and Lily. Now, not that I don't know the answer to this, I may not, but some people would probably want to know, are you all sisters as in family sisters, or just sisters in like beautiful sounds together?
Beautiful sounds together.
So you like the way I phrased that? Slick way of getting to that way.
Sisters with Voices was originally founded by Coco and Lily, and then later on adding Taj into the group, along with a fourth member named Samantha, who would later leave for unknown reasons. The trio started as friends who shared a passion for music, performing together at local talent shows, church events, and recording several demo tapes for record labels, with the group ultimately being signed by RCA Records in 1991 to an 8-album record deal.
I knew Coco for a while. She used to live in Brooklyn near me before she moved to the Bronx, and she introduced me to Lily. They had a gospel group at first that didn't work out. They decided to sing R&B. So I joined the group. I auditioned and we started shopping in demos as the three of us, SWV. Actually, we were shopping demos under a no name at the time because we didn't have a name.
Their big break would happen the following year as SWV released their debut album titled It's About Time in 1992. It's About Time was filled with soulful vocals, smooth harmonies, and classic anthems such as I'm So Into You, which would peak at #6 on the Billboard Hot 100, and also the two versions of their song Right Here, with the Michael Jackson remix charting as high as #2. But it wasn't until the release of their third single, Weak, that SWV skyrocketed to superstardom. Written by Brian Alexander Morgan, Weak was originally meant for Charlie Wilson, but after he declined it, SWV created magic with the song, as it became their first single to go #1, and eventually going platinum in the same year.
Were you surprised with the rapid rise since your album came out?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be whack, for real. But I'm happy with,
I beg to differ.
I didn't think, I wasn't thinking that we was gonna be all that. I always think negative. That's just me.
So you thought it was gonna take a little longer than it's taken?
Yeah.
How do you deal with all the success that you have in terms of kind of coming from somewhat being anonymous and then going out and people, following you and going through all those kind of things? How do you deal with all of that?
I don't know.
Stay humble.
We just trying to get used to it because we're not used to it. We still try to walk the streets, but it's not working.
It's definitely not working.
We like to still hang out around our way with our friends, but we can't.
R&B ballads like Weak proved that slow, soulful music still had the power to dominate charts and resonate deeply for fans in the early 90s, and also future generations moving forward. The song also stamped the importance of black songwriters and producers who were creating some of the most iconic hits of the decade, with Weak becoming a blueprint for blending vulnerability with vocal power. Although the studio recorded version of the song sounds beautiful, it can be argued that their countless live renditions of the song sound even better, with no drop off in quality, and the trio flexing their amazing vocal ranges.
I get so weak, I lose control, takes hold of me.
For SWV to have their music celebrated decades after their debut is a testament to their staying power, with their success influencing future girl groups and solo artists in R&B, such as En Vogue, Escape, and Destiny's Child.
Let me ask you this, what sets you apart from all the other girl groups out right now, like TLC and En Vogue and Jade and, you know, Cover Girls, everybody? What sets you three apart?
We're not as glam as En Vogue, and we're not as really street as TLC. We're right in the center with our own flavor. It's a SWV thing. Yeah. Making sure, you know, we have the vocal harmony, we have the strong leads as you can hear on the album. Right. And we just like to think that that's what sets us apart, other than our attitudes. We're like New York based group, and we like get down when we go out.
As three women of color, SWV's achievement was a win for representation in mainstream media, inspiring countless fans and aspiring musicians who saw themselves reflected in their achievement. Their #1 status not only marked a peak in their career, but also a shining moment for R&B and its cultural legacy.